Lots of sunshine on this Thursday morning in Fargo. A nice break from that rain we've been having. We will have a return of the rain, unfortunately, for the weekend, but enjoy it while you can. Good morning. Welcome to InforumTV News. I'm Robin Hubner. Breaking news about a construction worker killed. One worker killed this morning in a construction zone accident on Interstate 29 in Grand Forks County. It happened just before 8 o'clock on northbound I-29, 1 mile south of Manville. Grand Forks County Sheriff's Lieutenant Gary Grove says the worker was killed by a concrete grinder, which he described as a slow operating machine that grinds up the road for resurfacing. The North Dakota Highway Patrol says the 58-year-old victim from Clear Lake, Minnesota, was caught under the front of the machine while operating it and died on the scene. The construction company that's working there in that zone was Diamond Surface Incorporated, based out of Rogers, Minnesota. OSHA will be investigating along with the Highway Patrol. A Minneapolis couple, together for 11 years, is first in line to get a Hennepin County marriage license under the state's new same-sex marriage law. Jeff Isaacson and Al Gerard arrived at the Hennepin County Government Center around 6 o'clock this morning. The first day gay couples can get marriage licenses in several large Minnesota counties. Isaacson and Gerard plan to get married immediately when gay marriage is legal starting August 1st. Same-sex marriage licenses are not yet available in Clay County. Our run of rainy weather is making it very tough for homeowners to mow their lawns. Lawns are out of control and neighbors are starting to complain. WDAY 6 reporter Katie Lang has the story.
Jim Stewart has a front yard view he'd rather not have.
It's been a mess. It's been a headache now for off and on for a couple of years. It cost me money just to keep my yard sprayed, and look over there and all of those dandelions are blowing over here and growing.
As if the hundreds of dandelions aren't bad enough, take a look at all the weeds. A neighbor calls this yard an eyesore.
It doesn't look very good.
Apparently other residents think so too. Myron Berglund, Fargo's environmental health director, has received multiple complaints.
Once we get the complaint, we go out and take a look at it, confirm that it's in violation.
In order to be in violation,
30% of the lawn has to be 8 inches or more.
If they're in violation, property owners can then expect a letter like this one in the mail.
If they don't mow it within 5 days, the city will be mowing it and charging it back to them.
A hefty fee. The cost varies per property, but averages between $50 to $100. Berglund says trimming the overgrown lawns is about much more than just aesthetics.
Because we don't want the vermin, the insects, and the rodents or whatever to develop in the neighborhood.
That's Katie Lang reporting. And a footnote, it is not up to the city to follow through and have a company come and mow that property that's grown out of control. Well, in national news this morning, the search and rescue operation at a deadly building collapse in Philadelphia has been put on hold for the moment. Firefighters and rescue crews worked through the night and remain at the scene today, but they've lowered the sense of urgency ever since a 61-year-old woman who was rescued from the rubble nearly 13 hours after that collapse. Now, a building under demolition crashed onto a neighboring thrift store late Wednesday morning, killing 6 people. 14 people were hurt, including that 61-year-old woman who is currently reported in critical condition. Just 2 days after refusing a government request to recall 2.7 million older model Jeeps, Chrysler has decided to do 2 other recalls totaling 630,000 vehicles worldwide. The makes include Patriots, Compasses, and Wranglers. Leaking fluid and late deployment of the side airbags and seatbelt tightening mechanisms are among the reasons for that recall. No crashes or injuries have been reported in either case, according to a Chrysler spokesperson. The recall begins in July. To our weather now, WDAY Storm Tracker meteorologist Daryl Richardson has our Thursday forecast for us.
Hello, everyone. Mix of sun and clouds today. It's fairly sunny still in Fargo-Moorhead, but some clouds will reform with daytime heating, so a mix of sun and clouds through the course of the day. Especially in west central Minnesota, there might be an isolated shower that tries to develop. Otherwise, we'll probably see a pretty nice day. High temperatures around 70 degrees. Tomorrow, an isolated shower may develop with daytime heating as well, but most areas, the main threat of rain will come in Saturday. And if you look at the top of this graphic, you notice Saturday a.m. So it could come in on Saturday morning, then with some redevelopment. later on in the day. But today, a mix of sun and clouds, high temperature around 70, upper 60s to the low 70s. Northeast wind at 5 to 15, gradually shifting to the southeast tonight. Cool tonight in the 40s, few spots even dropping down a little bit closer to 50 perhaps, so most of it's in the 40s, I should say. There's your Storm Tracker 7-day forecast, low to mid 70s tomorrow. That thunderstorm threat on Saturday, perhaps as soon as the morning. This weekend, as has been the case much of this spring and early summer season, doesn't necessarily look very warm or sunny, but next week looks more promising. And even today, by this June standards, pretty nice day out there today with high temperatures right around 70 degrees.
All right, we'll enjoy. Thank you, Daryl. An elderly Florida woman who lives across the road from a cow pasture can certainly afford to relocate thanks to a big check. 84-year-old Gloria McKenzie is now the biggest single lottery winner in U.S. history, and she'll take home about $270 million after taxes. She says she's going to split it with her son. Mackenzie bought her quick pick ticket for that May 18th drawing after another customer let her cut in front of him at the supermarket. Neighbors of Mackenzie, who lives in this modest duplex, say it could not have happened to a nicer person. Great story. Well, check out today's forum. Dakotas-based Sanford Health plans to cut $10 million in top jobs. And tonight on WDAY 6 News, find out what's behind a big fish die-off in the Jamestown Reservoir. Thanks for being here for InforumTV News. Have a great day. See you next time.